Hello everyone, this is Maitri Bharadwaj, and today I'm going to start a new chapter, Morphology of the Flowering Plants. First of all, what is morphology? Morphology means the study of external structures like roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits in case of the plants. In case of human beings, we have the study of external structures like hairs, hands, legs, stomach. Okay, similarly in the plants. Now roots. First of all, roots. Starting with roots. Dicot roots. See, dicot roots, there is a direct elongation of radicle. Means the roots, they have a direct elongation from the radicle. See, we have a cotyledon in this manner. Two cotyledons are there where this one, it forms the radicle while the upper portion, plumule, it forms the shoot portion. Okay, they both are different. Okay, not together. Okay, they form like this. This one forms the radicle and upper one means the plumule forms the shoot system. Okay, now in the dicot, what we see in the dicot, the roots, it has a direct elongation from the radicle. Firstly, it forms the primary root. If this is the surface, okay, this is the surface, and here we have the primary root first. This is the primary root. Now, the roots arising from the primary root will be the secondary root, and the roots from the secondary will be the tertiary roots, and from the tertiary will be the uh, what I said, secondary, tertiary, and then tertiary, or the fourth one. Okay, okay. The dicot roots, it forms the taproot system. Example is mustard. In the monocots, the primary roots are very short-lived. Short-lived means the roots are firm, primary roots, but soon they are replaced. They soon are replaced by some fibrous roots in this manner. Fibrous roots. They are large in number and they originate from the base of the stem. Okay, from the base of the stem. Example is the wheat plant. Now, adventitious roots are those roots that arise from any part of the plant except the roots. Example is grass, monstera, and banyan tree. In banyan tree, you have seen in the banyan tree, the tree is like this. Sorry. This is a banyan tree, and then it has hanging roots, which is called as the prop roots. Okay, it has the hanging roots. So this is called as the, and that too arises from the stems. Okay, from the branches. So these are called as the prop roots, and they are called as adventitious roots. Okay, next. Talking about the roots, the function of roots. Firstly, it performs its function as absorption of water and the mineral. Second, it provides the proper anchorage to the plants, to the plant parts. It stores the reserve food material for the plant so that at the time of the autumn season, when the leaves they get shed off, the roots, the stored food by the roots will be used by the branches. Okay, then synthesis of plant growth, regulators like auxin, cytokinin, these are the regulators, gibberellin, ethylene. Okay, now the diagram of the root. So this is the diagram of the root. First, we will study the root cap. What is a root cap? It is a thimble-like structure that protects the tender root apex of the root. Thimble-like structure, it protects the tender apex of the root, and it makes it when the root makes its way to in the soil. means when the root it grows in size and it makes its way towards the soil, then this root cap it protects the apex of the root. ठीक है? Its function is protection. Second is the region proximal to the root cap is the region of meristematic zone, which consists of cells that are very small in size. The cell wall is thin and it has a dense protoplasm. Dense protoplasm shows means it has a living material and it divides repeatedly to increase the size of the root. The meristematic zone. The distance between meristematic zone and the root cap is only few mm. Okay. Now, proximal to the region of meristematic zone, we have a region of elongation. In the region of elongation, we have rapid elongation and enlargement of the root. There is a growth of the root in their length. Okay. In the region of elongation. अब कुछ इलोंगेशन रीजन के सेल्स मैच्योर होते हैं, डिफरेंशिएट कर जाते हैं, मैच्योर हो जाते हैं एंड they form a region which is called as a region of maturation. In the region of maturation, we can see there are root hairs. These are the root hairs. We can see these are the root hairs, and these root hairs are made from epidermal cells. Epidermal cells means the cells which are present at the surface and they form the fine delicate and thread like structure. ठीक है? This is about the root, region of the root. All about region of the root. First we have the root cap, then region of meristematic zone, then the region of elongation, then maturation. It consists of root hairs also. Now modification of roots. Now modification of the roots. In modification of roots, means when the primary function is absorption of the water, but other than that if the root performs some function because of its modification, means उसका modification हो रहा है to perform some different functions, ठीक है, like support, storage of food, respiration. So they change the shape and structure and they perform the functions other than the absorption and conduction of the water. Now after modification, we have some examples of modification of the roots. Like for storage of the food, we have tab roots like carrot and turnip, in which they get swollen and they store the food. Adventitious roots like sweet potato. Now prop roots, banyan tree. Banyan tree, it has the hanging roots that provide the support the tree. Okay, that provide anchorage to the tree. Banyan root. Banyan tree का जो roots होते हैं prop roots. Then stilt root. Stilt roots are for other supporting roots. They arise from the lower node of the stem and they are present in the maize and the sugar cane. Like I am drawing it. See, this is the maize tree and it has the nodes in between. और sugar cane आपने खाया होगा. और sugar cane, it has nodes in between and from these nodes arises the roots. यहाँ से रूट्स निकलती हैं ऐसे ऐसे करके, रेशे टाइप के रूट्स, एंड दीज रूट्स खाए भी होंगे आपने शुगर के, उसमें आपने रूट्स भी देखे होंगे. They are called as the stilt roots, and stilt roots they are the supporting roots. Now nematophores. The nematophores are grown in the swampy areas. The example of nematophore is rhizophora, and they are produced vertically upward. They help to get oxygen for respiration. Swampy areas like uh, this is a swampy area, means बहुत swampy मतलब बहुत पानी होना है ना, soil से ज्यादा पानी ज्यादा होना, एकदम दलदल एरिया होता है, in which the roots are present in this manner like this. The roots are present and they help in taking the oxygen for respiration for the plant. Okay. Then we have stem. Stem is the ascending part. It bears the branches, leaves, and flowers and fruits. It develops from the plumule of the embryo of a germinating seed. It consists of nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes means if this is the stem, then these are the nodes. This is called as the node. This is called as the node. and this distance in between is called as the internode. Okay. Now, the stem in the young phase is green in color, but when it become adult, it become woody, it becomes brown color. Now, the functions. It performs different functions like bearing the branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits, conducting water, mineral, and photosynthesis for the protection, support, vegetative propagation, and storage of the food. These are the functions that are performed by the stem. Now, different modifications of stem. First, for the storage. Storage, they are the organ of perennation. Okay. They act like organ of perennation to tide over the conditions unfavorable for the growth of the plant. Example of the stems that are meant that modify themselves for the storage are potato, ginger, zamican, turmeric, and colocasia. Colocasia is guia. Now tendrils. Tendrils, they arise from axillary bud. See, we have two types of buds. One is the terminal bud and second is axillary bud. The difference between terminal and axillary bud. Suppose this is the stem. A bud is formed here and a bud is formed here. This one between the two stem is called as the axillary one and this one is called as the terminal. Okay, this is called terminal bud. Got it? Now tendrils का ये था from the axillary bud, slender, spirally coiled. What they are meant for? They are meant for the climbing purpose, like bitter gourd, sorry, cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon, grapevines. Grapevines अंगूर को देखा ही होगा. Now thorns में, this is also axillary bud, woody, straight, pointed. You have seen the thorns, cactus, citrus, bougainvillea, not cactus, citrus and bougainvillea. They protect the plant from the browsing animals. Then stems are flattened in case of opuntia and cylindrical in case of euphorbia. These stems, they contain the chlorophyll for photosynthesis and they are present in the arid region like the deserts. Now runners. Runners are the underground stems that produce the new niches and they when the older dies the new plants are formed. New niches, we have seen the grasses. में देखा होगा when जब भी आप तोड़ते होगे ग्रास को तो उसमें कुछ एक दूसरे से बंधे होते हैं. ये अगर ग्रास है और इसके रूट्स यहाँ नीचे साइड है तो ये कैसा होगा, यहाँ पर आगे पीछे ऐसा करके बंधे होंगे. So they are the underground stems. They spread the new niches and when the older dies the new plants are formed like in grass and strawberry. ठीक है. Stolon में क्या होता है? Their slender lateral branch arise from the base of the main axis. यहाँ पर देखो डायग्राम भी है. It arises from the base of the main axis and then it, after traveling through some distance, it arches downward and then it forms a new plant. ठीक है. Example is mint and jasmine. Offset a lateral branch with a short internode. Node bears the rosette of leaves, tufts of root, and aquatic plants में like Eichhornia, Pistia and offset. Suckers में भी इसमें स्टोलन में था कि ऊपर से, sucker में नीचे से, कि the plant lateral branch originate from the base and underground it moves horizontally beneath the soil and then it obliquely it comes upward and it forms a leafy shoot. नीचे से जाएगा. Sucker example is banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum. Examples are important. Runner example is grass and strawberry, stolen, mint and jasmine, offset का आपका ecornia and pistia, and suckers का banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum. Now leaf. Lateral, develop at the node, bear the buds in the axial. Axillary bud, develop into a stem, originate from the shoot apical meristem, and arrangement is acropetal order. ठीक है? In the ascending order. Now, the structures of the leaf. Talking first about stipule. Stipule, they are the small lateral leaf-like structure. ठीक है? Present between the axial of the leaf or the stem. Then comes the petiole, जिससे ये leaf पूरा जिसके सपोर्ट से ये लीफ उस स्टेम से अटैच्ड है. ठीक है? इट होल्ड द blade to the light. It allow it to flutter in the wind, thereby cooling the leaf surface and bringing the fresh air. Then is the leaf base, the point जहां पर ये attached है. ठीक है? The leaf is attached to the stem. Then this is the lamina, the main leaf blade, which is green expanded part of the leaf with veins and veinlets. Then in the middle we have the midrib, which is the middle prominent vein. Veins का काम क्या होता है? They provide rigidity to the leaf blade. They act as a channel for the transport of water, mineral and food material. Now pulvinus. In some leguminous plants, the legumes, जो leaf base है, they get swollen and it is called as pulvinus. In monocots, the leaf base they expand into the sheet-like covering, the stem partially or wholly. And leaf they differ in the shape, size, number of veins, incisions. Okay. Now venation. Venation means arrangement of the veins and veins in the lamina of the leaf. We have mainly two type of venations. One is the reticulate, other is the parallel. In which in the reticulate one, the veinlets forms the network, and in parallel, the veins run parallel to each other. In the banana leaf, you have seen they run parallel to each other. The veins run parallel to each other. It is an example of parallel venation. And in all the dicots, we have reticulate venation where there is a difference in the number of veins and veinlets. And in the monocot, because it has the parallel venation, there is no such difference in the number of veins. They are same. Now types of leaf. Mainly we have two types of leaf, simple and the compound, and then compound is further divided into pinnately compound leaf and palmately compound leaf. In the simple leaf, we have that the lamina is entire. Lamina is entire means this is the stem, this is the bud, and lamina is entire, like this. Okay, the lamina is entire, full lamina. But in the compound leaf, you will see that this is the stem, this is the midrib, this is I am calling as a midrib, and on this midrib we will see that leaves are attached like this. And you know where is the axillary bud? Here. The hair will be the axillary bud. ठीक है? Now, here the incisions do not touch the midrib. Here when the incision is made, it touches the midrib and breaking it into a number of leaflets. Buds are present at the axial. Here also bud is present at the axial of the leaf, but not at the leaflets. Now compound is further divided into two parts, pinnately compound and palmately compound. In pinnately compound, the number of the leaflets are present on a common ratchets, and it represents the midrib. Means in this manner, in pinnately compound leaf, you will see that this is the midrib, and this midrib is called as the rachis, and इस midrib पे is present the number of the leaves. Okay. And then palmately, the leaflets are attached to a common axis, that is the tip of petiole. Means a common axis will be there, and from this common axis arises a number of leaflets like this. ठीक है? And this will be the stem, and here will be the bud. Here will be the bud, and this will be the main stem. Main stem. ठीक. Now next. Next is the phyllotaxy. What is phyllotaxy? The pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stem or the branch. Is called as the phyllotaxy. We have alternate phyllotaxy in which alternate manner में leaves present है, opposite manner में leaves present है, rolled form में. Example is China rose, mustard, sunflower for alternate, opposite calotropis guava, and rolled में allistonia. Then modification of leaves. In modification of leaves, the tendrils are first. Example is P, used for climbing. Spines are meant for defense, present in cactus. Storage, the fleshy leaves of onion and the garlic. And phylloid in Australian acacia, the leaves are very small and short-lived, and their petioles are expanded and they become green and they synthesize the food. In this chapter, the main thing is to learn the examples. Thank you.